Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to each one of you to this orientation session for teachers under Biosphere Reserve Champions 2025 program organized by the United Schools Organization of India in collaboration with UNESCO New Delhi. I'm Jolie Rajiv from USO and it's my pleasure to warmly welcome you all to today's session. We are truly grateful for your presence and participation. This session is being recorded for those who may wish to revisit the content later. Let's begin with a quick overview. Biosphere Reserve Champions is a national level school program designed for students from class 6 to 12. It focuses on building scientific awareness around climate change, biodiversity, and sustainability. Through this program, students will learn to connect with the real world environmental issues, raise awareness in their communities, and creatively propose solutions aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. This initiative is not just academic, it's experiential. Students will explore the science of climate change and biodiversity and will apply creative approaches to educate others and solve problems in their local communities. Yes, this is a national platform. Students will be competing and collaborating across India, making their efforts recognized beyond the school level. This program is proudly organized by the USO in collaboration with UNESCO New Delhi. Now, may I invite Ms. Nina Jain, Secretary General of USO, to introduce the two main organizing bodies. Nina ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Jolly ma'am, for this. It's around 4 in the evening, and I hope everyone is out with their cup of tea. Um, uh, I think somebody's mic is for the sake of clarity. If I can just request everybody to mute themselves, and at the end of the session, of course, there will be a question and answer, so we can go through anything at that time. But if you could all kindly just mute yourself, thank you. So in terms of the partners, as as Jolly ma'am just informed you, this Biosphere Reserve Champions program is being organized by United Schools Organization of India. USO was established in 1951, and in fact, this is the year that we are celebrating our 75 years. Yeah, I think somebody's all right. So sorry about that. USO was established in 1951 with an aim to promote the teachings of United Nations in schools on a national level. We are one of the oldest NGOs, and we routinely conduct extracurricular activities for schools, again, nationally, partnering with several organizations, UN bodies, in order to bring areas of social and global concern and make the schools and students more aware. This is a beautiful slide, so kindly allow me to read it out loud. We are here, and it is our mandate to advance the social, cultural, and moral standard of schools in India to global levels by providing schools access to extracurricular tests, seminars, conferences, competitions, campaigns, and programs all on a national platform. It is our vision to create a future where every school in our country has access to a vibrant and enriching extracurricular ecosystem that fosters individual talents, instills values, and empowers educators and students to excel academically and as responsible global citizens. Now, I think in terms of our partners, and we have been working closely with UNESCO for a very, very long time. We are very happy that they are here as our partners. And I just want to, before we proceed, Jolly ma'am, is anyone from UNESCO on the call? All right. So UNESCO, and I hope everybody has heard this name and is aware, it's a specialized organ of the United Nations. The full form of UNESCO is United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, and they seek to build peace through international cooperation in education, the sciences, and culture. Shrishti, are you here?
Yes.
Oh,
Very good
please.
afternoon, Dr. Neena.
Well, I think I then don't want to steal your thunder. You kindly, the introduction that you'd be able to give about UNESCO would be far better. So please, everyone on call, this is Miss Shrishti Kumar. She is from UNESCO and she'll be able to tell you a bit more. Please.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Neena. I hope I'm audible. Very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shrishti, and I work in the natural sciences sector of UNESCO. Just giving you a very brief about UNESCO. So, UNESCO is the intellectual arm of the United Nations, as we call it, and it stands for the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. It is basically dedicated to promoting peace and sustainability through education, science, and culture, and it has a special focus on ensuring that global solutions consider environmental, social, and cultural aspects. Very good afternoon. Thank you. And so we are very, very excited about this Biosphere Reserve Champions. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but we have this particular program in our natural sciences, which is the Man and the Biosphere program that was launched in the year 1971. And it's an intergovernmental scientific program which aims to establish a scientific basis for the improvement of relationships between people and their environments. And if I have to basically summarize what a biosphere reserve is, I would summarize it simply as living in harmony with nature. So, how important it is for us to be very close to nature and come up with innovative solutions and to live closely with nature is what our aim is towards. And we have always been very, very interested in advocating and spreading awareness on the biosphere reserves. And I hope that through this national competition, you'll be learning something new. And through this, we would actually encourage you to visit more biosphere reserves in the country. We have 12 UNESCO designated biosphere reserves, and to know more about it. And the more you learn, the more you will actually love the concept of this biosphere reserve and how it is actually one of the solutions to our problems of today in terms of the triple planetary crisis. So I really look forward to you and I would wish all the best to everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Drishti, for your lovely introduction. Let's move. The program aligns with several SDGs, thus particularly those focused on water, sustainable communities, climate action, and life on land. Students will learn to relate these goals to their everyday surroundings. Now, let's look at the structure. This competition is divided into two distinct phases, each building on the previous one and combining learning with action and innovation. Phase 1 is all about creativity and expression. It begins with two key steps. Step 1 is webinar series. From July 29 to 31, students will attend 3 online sessions led by experts from UNESCO. These webinars will cover biosphere reserves, ecosystems, pollution, and how these topics relate to us all. Step 2 is community cleanup drive and awareness campaign. Between August 1st to 16, schools will organize cleanup drives and awareness activities addressing local environmental concerns. Students will involve families and communities. Then schools will need to submit a brief report of these activities along with the list of participating students and teachers. Templates will be shared to make this easy. In phase 2, students move into model creation and exhibition. They will work in small teams to build a model of an ideal biosphere reserve using sustainable or recycled materials. This is open to all students from standard 6 to 12 who attended the webinars. Model should include elements like core, buffer, and transition zones, biodiversity features, sustainable practices, and local community knowledge. Detailed guidelines will be shared with you. Each school will select top model of one team who will then submit a short video presentation. These will be evaluated for innovation, clarity, and sustainability relevance. Winners will be announced during an online felicitation ceremony on World Science Day, November 10, 2025. Their entries will be highlighted on USO's online platforms. Now, the exciting part of recognition. All students participants receive e-certificates. School level winners get printed certificates, medals, and goodies. National level winners receive printed certificates, trophies, and goodies as well. Teachers and principals will also receive printed certificates and appreciation goodies. Schools conducting the full program get a plaque of appreciation. To assist classroom discussions, UNESCO's booklet, the Pockets of Hope, will be shared with all the schools. To encourage your students to attend webinars on July 29, 30, and 31, the link will be shared next week with all registered schools. Post that we move into action with the community drives in early August. Now, if you have any questions or need clarifications, please feel free to ask now or email us later. We are here to support you throughout the program. Now is the turn. If you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box. Otherwise, you please turn on your mic and ask the questions.
I think there's a
Good evening,
question
ma'am.
from, oh, sorry, I'll just say this really quickly. There's a question from Nalini ma'am. Kindly send PPT to us. The link for the video that we have today and the PDF format of this entire presentation will be emailed to all the registered schools. That is not a problem at all. And Jitendra sir, you are saying that you cannot see the PPT on screen. No problem. We will share the copy of the PDF version for you and also the link to the video. So hopefully that is clear. And even post that, if there are questions, please feel free to call us and we will guide you through it. Meeta ma'am, you're asking what will be the duration of each webinar? We are budgeting around an hour. Each webinar will start at 4 o'clock and it will be for an hour each. Topics, and we have some very exciting speakers, also some very high level officials from UNESCO, from the ministry who will be joining us. So we are budgeting an hour. Right. Neenu ma'am, I think you are writing that it is difficult for students to attend the webinar. What we'll do is we will also share the recorded videos sessions that you can share with the students thereafter and have a class discussion with them. These webinars are meant to encourage class discussions even after. It's not just a tick box. So that can be viewed even again if you would like to. So we are open to that. We realize that the dispersal time might come in between, but the video link can be shared. So I think that might work for those whose dispersal times are later. Manisha Walia ma'am, you're asking, can the number of students participating in the program vary? As more, absolutely, ma'am. The more the number of students wish to participate, it is not a problem at all. We want the entire school to, in fact, actively take part, because this will help raise awareness on several key issues as far as the environment is concerned. We are happy to, and as far as the participating students list is concerned, kindly share them with us, and we are happy to issue them participation e-certificates. But the more the number of students that are involved, the more the message goes out, not just in the school, but also in the immediate community. So absolutely. Anita ma'am, you're asking, can you please provide all this information in a PDF? Absolutely. As I said earlier, this will be put in a PDF and shared with all the schools. The video link will also be shared. Chandrasekhar sir, you're saying send some more videos. I'm not sure I understand. Vinay sir, you're asking, can you show this recorded webinar in class? Absolutely, if you wish to, that is fine. This is an orientation session so that we could inform the schools and the teacher coordinators of what the steps are, because this program is divided into 2 phases. So once the teachers are aware of what's going to happen, they'll be able to guide the students. But if you wish to share this with the students, absolutely, please, that is not a problem at all. Meeta ma'am, you're saying that you've mentioned only 25 in registration, but yes, you can involve more students. Absolutely. We are asking for a estimated number just to get an idea, but you can by all means increase the number of students. Sarbani ji, you're asking, can you please tell more about the model presentation? So I just want to inform all the teachers that please don't be overwhelmed by everything here. There will be templates, guidelines, and in detail that will be provided to you at each step. So with respect to the model presentation, once you go through the webinar series, you will, the 3 webinars that are scheduled for next week, 29th, 30th, and 31st, there will be some knowledge that will be obtained. You will also get the soft copy of the booklet that UNESCO has brought out, which is wonderful. It's called Pockets of Hope. That will also give you some matter and material to understand the context of the model presentation. Using all of these resources and the experience that you will have after you've conducted the community exercise, the model you can create the model, and the guidelines for that we will share with you at that time. So Sunana ma'am, you're asking, what we are proposing that the school does is you can hold a camp, or you can have all your students together and have many, many students of different standards. Collaboration is key. So they can all collectively work together for a model. After that, once they have, so maybe every school will have, I don't know, 10, 12, 25, maybe 100 models. Then you can select the models which you feel is the model that can be shared with USO. But absolutely, they need to be 4 or 5 in a group. It can be across standards. Collaborative work is very important. Sir, I think so there is Ashish sir from Lions School. How many teams of students can participate? So when you hold a camp, as many teams as you want and as many students who are interested. See, the underlying key important factor in all of these programs that we want to promote is the fact that there is awareness that is being created vis-a-vis the environment, vis-a-vis us. So hence you can have as many students that take part. Now, with respect to the models that you share with USO and the ones that we will select for the video presentation, that will be as per our program guidelines. I hope that answers your question, Ashish sir. Wow, there are a lot of questions, which means that the presentation may not have had adequate information. All right, kindly give me a moment to go through this. Where was I? Jaya ma'am, you're asking how many model videos? Video will be only one. And Jolly ma'am can correct me if I'm wrong. There'll only be one video that we will select and advise you to send us.
Already I replied. Only one video.
Okay. I didn't see that. I'm sorry, Jolly ma'am. Prajakta ma'am, you're asking. Okay, so Prajakta ma'am, what you're asking is one model will be selected. It is a group model with 4 to 5 students. Then the whole group will come for finals, will come where? This time we are doing it a little different. It's an online felicitation ceremony. So the 4 or 5 students or whoever it is that have done the model will all be felicitated. I hope that answers your question. Neetu ma'am, you're asking what is the minimum number of participation from one school? I'm not sure I understand. In terms of participating in phase 1, which is attending the webinars and doing the awareness campaign and the cleanup drive and all, there can be the entire school that participates. That would be valuable. That is fine. Now, with respect to phase 2, there might be students who want to do a model and there might be others who don't. So I think that depends on the school. Once you've had an entire group of students who have made models, then you can identify and select to send to USO. Thank you, Rajendra sir. Thank you very much, Mishra ji. And regards are very well taken and reciprocated. Jaya ma'am, you're asking how will you select for that? For what I'm unable to understand. Okay, I think in terms of questions, we've got all of them. Is there anything else that I haven't answered? If I haven't, I'm sorry. I was going
what
through
is the minimum number of participation from one school?
Yeah, I was asking Neetu ma'am that what in terms of, is it the entire school? Is it for phase 1? Because in phase 1, the entire school can take part. In phase 2, it depends on how many schools are there. The whole school can take part, Neetu ma'am. We'd be happy for that. In terms of models, once they are made and the ones that you send to USO, Jolly ma'am, correct me if I'm wrong, is it 3 teams?
Yes.
Yeah. So we need 3 models that you will share with us.
No, we will. They will share only one video.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I take that back.
Video. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm getting it mixed up with some other programs that are also ongoing.
The school
So
will
forgive me,
select a
please.
top one model, and that team will make a video. That video will be shared with USO.
Yeah. I hope that clarifies. I apologize. Yeah. Thank you, Pavan sir. Thank you so much. Okay, Neha ma'am is asking for more information about phase 1, step 2. Jolly ma'am, can I request you to go to that slide of phase 1, step 2, please?
Yes, one moment. Phase 2, step 2, no? Design model. Next.
Phase 1, step 2. So
phase
just to go,
phase 1,
step 2.
Okay.
So I'll recap for
This is
everyone.
Community cleanup. Yeah. This one.
Jolly ma'am, can you go back one more slide? Yeah. So basically, this entire program, I'll just reiterate to make sure that it's clear for all. This entire program will be divided into 2 phases. In phase 1, what we are saying is this is the time when this is our awareness drive in order to ensure that the message is not just amongst some schools, some teachers, but also other students and the entire school if it's possible. And it grows onwards for the community as well. So in phase 1, again, it's divided into 2 steps because right now, I think we all, in me included, we know very little about biosphere reserves. I just came to know through Shrishti ma'am right now that there are 12 biosphere reserves in India, but what exactly does it entail? So what we wanted to do is through step 1, which is the webinar series, we will have 3 webinar sessions, 1 hour each, which will be conducted at 4. And this will be led by UNESCO officials from the Ministry of Environment and other key dignitaries who will come in and explain to us about several things such as what are the biosphere reserves, what is the ecosystem, the environment, and so on and so forth. So that will take place over 3 webinar sessions. Links for this will be shared with you next week. And this is open to all the teachers and the students. So as many students you want to send this link to, that is fine. All of them can view this and we can all learn collectively. We all learn together. So that is the first step in phase 1. Jolly ma'am, could you kindly go to the next slide, please? Now, in continuation of that, once we've got the information as far as the environment and biospheres and all are is concerned, what we want to do is take that knowledge and spread that message to the community. Hence, step 2 of phase 1 is going to be a community cleanup drive, followed by an awareness campaign. So each school will conduct a community cleanup drive. It can be, in a, if you're by the river somewhere, if you're lucky enough to, we are in Delhi and landlocked, so I always love the fact of folks who are near a water body. But if there's a beach close by, or if there's a park close by, or something around those lines, kindly conduct a cleanup drive with the students. And this will bring into light all the various environmental issues. This is also a platform where students can have a conversation about cleanliness and about the impact that the environment suffers due to the pollution that we cause. Subsequent to this, each school needs to conduct an awareness campaign. This awareness campaign is for the community, for the parents, and for the others who are in and around the school. And this will be through posters or maybe through some nukkad nataks or something like that to advise and inform everyone who is in the community about the fact that this is what our cleanup drive entailed. So we are spreading the message of that. I hope, ma'am, that Neha, ma'am, I hope that clarifies as far as step 2 is concerned. Now, guidelines for all of these will be shared prior to when the space is going to start. So you will get guidelines on those. Ample time will be given to each school in order to conduct this. We realize that it might be raining somewhere or something else. So we are happy to sort of comply. Please don't worry about that. In addition to that, there will be, like I said, guidelines and, subsequent to this, Jolly ma'am, next slide, please. Isn't there a report that needs to be submitted? Yeah. So once these are done, then of course we require a report and a list from each school. The report format and template will be provided to you. Of course, we will require photographs and videos if you are to take videos as evidence for that. And the list of participating students and teachers needs to be provided to us. We will issue participation e-certificates to all the students and teachers who are participating. Jitendra sir, I think that answers your question. This is where we'll issue participation e-certificates. I'll go through phase 2 as well now that we are here. Jolly ma'am. Phase 2 is when everything that we have probably learned and amassed is going to be put into practice. So there will be a model biosphere and exhibition. Every school can conduct this exhibition. Students from standard 6 to 12 who have attended phase 1 of the program will be more aware of what was discussed, what are the various zones and so on and so forth, which Jolly ma'am had mentioned a little earlier. So they can form teams of around 4 to 5 students and create a model of an ideal biosphere reserve. We are hoping and we would love it, if they are made from sustainable materials or reusable materials. So these are some of the elements. Again, guidelines for these will be shared at that time so that you're aware of exactly what needs to be undertaken. Guidelines will be shared. And you can conduct this type of a camp at the school. So there's no limit, Meeta ma'am, you're asking. There's no limit for making models at school level. No, absolutely not. You can have around 20 students or 20 models, that are being made. And it might be 80 to 100 students who might be taking part in making this model. Jolly ma'am, next. And then once all the models are made from every school, you have to select one model which you feel can proceed and go into the national competition. And that team from every school will make a short video. Again, guidelines will be shared, and the videos need to be submitted to USO for evaluation. Yes, Neeta ma'am, there's no limit for making models, but one is to be selected and sent to USO. Neha ma'am, you're asking, can it be done inside school premises? So the exhibition can be done inside the school premises. The awareness campaign can be done inside the school premises. The cleanup drive, of course, needs to be done at a nearby area. We will even share a template of a permission letter that you can give to the local authorities in order to get permission to do that. So I hope that answers the question. Rest of all the events are, of course, held in the school, including the awareness campaign, where you will invite the local community and the parents. Anvisha ma'am, you're asking, can the cleanliness drive be done inside school premises? Well, it is better if the cleanliness drive is done at a local, a nearby local area. That's when the impact is more. Inside the school, I'm assuming it's already neat and clean, or it's neat and clean to a certain level. But it would be more impactful if it can be done at a local area. Yeah. Thanks, Jolly ma'am. So I think those are all the questions. Is there any other question that has not been answered?
I think we have answered already. Is
If
there
there
any question?
isn't, and if anybody else has any question at any other point of time, please feel free. You have our phone number, and Jolly ma'am is always available, so she'll guide you through the entire process. But lovely questions. Nice to know all the teachers who are on the call, extremely passionate about not just teaching, but also about the environment. It's lovely to see. Thank you, Mubashir sir. Thank you. Jolly ma'am, I'll hand it
Can
over
we
to you
move?
now.
Can I explain some more activities, our ongoing activities? Let me introduce some USO's ongoing activities. All the USO member schools are eligible to register for a USO club. And we are happy to share this. Registration is absolutely free of cost. Those who are not registered yet, please do register. And we encourage all schools to register for the upcoming USO national test. This year, we are excited to introduce a new subject, English, in addition to UN information test, mental math, GK, and IT, and AA test. All details regarding registration, subjects, and schedules are available on our website. Again, we are excited to announce USO's 62nd General Conference and All India School Festival. Details will be shared soon. Now, thank you so much. A heartfelt thank you to all the teachers who joined us for today's orientation session. We truly appreciate your time and active participation. Thank you once again. If you have any questions, you can email us later. Thank you.
Sorry, Jolly ma'am, before we leave, I think there are a few more questions which are coming in very quickly. Oh my.
Yeah, sure. Okay. One second. Are you going to create any dedicated WhatsApp group? We will create I think, a broadcast group, not WhatsApp group. We will share all the details via WhatsApp. And next, for easy communication.
Yeah, I think that's related to the WhatsApp.
That is related to
group only.
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
We will create a WhatsApp group, not WhatsApp group. We will create a broadcast group.
Thank you, Piyush sir. Thank you so much for such nice words. Thank you, Nidhi ma'am.
Thank you.
Phase one
Phase
time duration, Priyanka ma'am is asking. Yeah.
Phase 1 duration, July 29 से August 16 तक. From July 29 first webinar will be held 29 to August 16, phase 1.
It's difficult to remember everything, so this will all be shared via email, by WhatsApp, and what else? And the video as well. So it will be shared with
August
everyone.
31 नहीं, वो delete करना पड़ेगा मेरे को. Sorry. Do it includes cleaning drive? Yes.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Priyanka ma'am. Meeta ma'am, don't worry. If there are some deadlines for exams or something like that, we are happy to work with you to move it here and there. That is not an issue. We realize that, when we are conducting something on a national level, there will be some exams somewhere or something else happening. We are happy. Kindly just keep us posted. Send us an email. Jolly ma'am will guide you for that. And, in that case, we are happy to see how to make sure that it works for all schools. Yeah. Shrishti ma'am, I think
Yes, so I just see that this is the end of today's orientation. Almost, I think we are in the last leg now. Something that I just want to convey is that because somebody in the starting mentioned that it's difficult for the students to actually join all the webinars, or they might miss a few webinars. But my suggestion would be to actually go ahead and make some time for the webinar, as it's going to actually help them build up their foundation for the overall model that they're going to be preparing towards the end. So to have a basic knowledge about what exactly a biosphere reserve is, and we have something very, very exciting lined up for you. So I would really encourage everyone, including the teachers as well, to join the webinars. And as UNESCO, our expectation is that if we are able to actually have everyone be aware of what biosphere reserves are, and through this competition and through this medium, if you are able to actually learn something out of it, I think that will totally be a success of this whole national competition. So that is something that I just wanted to add towards the end. Thank you.
No, indeed, all valid points. I think it's just a matter of timing. So maybe even if it's possible late, if the students can join in, and whatever they have missed, we'll share the links of the videos which they can view later on. But yes, they are only 3 webinars. They're not so many. So I'm sure it's in some form or fashion manageable. But yeah, I think that's all the questions that we do have. So want to thank all the teachers. I think Jolly ma'am is already thanked. I'll re-thank, if I may, to all of you who are on the call, taken time to understand what the program is. We are very excited that we have schools this time joining us from states, which with various states. I'm unsure how many they are, but they are significant. So we are also very excited. The creativity of the students, when we see, is it's really an eye-opening experience. So lovely to see that all of you please encourage your students to be a little bit more, think outside the box. Google is a great source to go to, whether it's model or not. And now with AI, of course, these things have changed, but our human creativity goes a long way. So I'm sure that you'll encourage that. But all in all, have a good evening, everybody. Shrishti ma'am, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us, sharing with us about all the wonderful things that UNESCO is up to, especially the Natural Sciences Unit. And we are really thrilled that we are able to partner with you again. So
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, great. Have a good evening,
Okay.
everybody. I leave it to you, Jolly ma'am, now.
Yeah, we can wind up, but I think. Thank you once again. Thank you so much, Srishti.
Thank you so much, Jolly ma'am.
And okay, have a good evening. Bye. Bye all.
Thank you. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye bye.